Welcome back to GoodKnitKisses. I'm your host Kristen, and I'm going to be showing you a series of knitting videos. And normally on my channel you see a lot of loom knitting and other crafts, so you're going to start seeing some needle knitting, and this will be in my own style, so stay tuned for that. We're going to show cast on. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to have this method be very slow. If you want something speedier, you may have to watch someone else's video. I'm actually a beginner at this, and so I thought it would be a great time to film me beginning. So we're going to call this a beginner level and some easy cast on. And you can start by making a slip knot, or you can tie it around your knitting needle. I'm going to just make a slip knot. I just have the small part in my hand, wrap it around twice, take the back over the front, and then take the back loop over the front again and over the tip of your finger. And I've got a little slip knot, and we're just going to take it and slide it over our knitting needle. Alright, I'm just going to leave it loose right now. I'm going to take my second needle and insert it in. This is what we call knitwise. Okay. And so I'm just taking it, sliding it into the loop, and that's it. Okay, I'm going to hold it down here. I'm going to take my yarn and hold it in my right hand. Let's not worry about technique of holding your yarn. You're going to find the easiest way for you to do it. We're going to wrap around our back needle like this, and then we're going to pull it through like this. Okay, I'm making it really loose to exaggerate the stitches. Okay, so we've now pulled this loop out, and then now we're going to take our left needle and we're going to twist it into the front of this loop on the right side and pull it back like this. Okay, and then let it go, and we're going to pull on this working strand, and we just cast it on our second stitch here. So we've got 1, 2 stitches. Now we're going to take our right needle and put it in through that loop that we just created. Same thing. And we're going to take our working strand, wrap it, and we're going to pull that on through so we have a loop on the right. And now we're going to twist our left and put it in the front of this loop here, and then pull it out. Now we've got 3. See how it's making this right here? That's our cast on edge. We're going to take our needle, put it in this loop here, go ahead and yarn over, pull that on through, and then take our left needle, go to the front of that loop, and pull it off. So once you get going, and you're going to yarn over, and you pull this on through, and once you put your left needle in and get it into that loop here, you can just keep your right needle in and just twist it around. So I've never actually take it out, so I was just putting it on this left needle, and then I'm going to take it and just slide it right underneath, so there's no need for me to actually take it out. And then we're going to yarn over, pull it through again. Okay, take our left needle, go in the front of that loop, and put it on. Before taking it off, we're going to put our needle back in and yarn over again. So it's just like this. Do it in steps. Insert needle under, yarn over, pull the loop, twist the left to the right, and pull it off. And that is 1 there. So now I've done a few stitches here. What's nice about having a long needle to start with is that you can really practice your cast on. So it doesn't really matter how many stitches we are practicing to cast on. It just matters that you do a lot of them. And this is really just to get a rhythm for yourself and get the feel of casting on. Now, a lot of times you want to jump into, how do I do the knit stitch? How do I do the purl? I just want to start. I just want to go, okay? I'm not worried about putting this stuff on my needles right now. Well, that's how I felt too. But the more you cast on, the more you're going to get comfortable with it. And then if you mess up and you have to take out your work and frog it, that means rip it out, like rip it out. That's why we get the word frog. The more you do that, you may have to go back and cast on again. And so the more familiar you are with casting on, the easier it'll be on you. So this is just one method of casting on. There's other methods out there. I found this one the easiest for me. Okay, so I've got several stitches cast on here. You see how we are here. Now you want to make sure and not make them too tight. You want to be able to put your needle in and not, it's loose enough here, so if I need to make it looser I can, but you don't want it to be so tight that you're just struggling to put that needle back in. So again, we're going to insert the needle, what we call knitwise, so it's underneath the left needle, wrap, pull that loop through, then twist your left needle to the front of that loop on the right, put it through, and then tighten it up, not too tight. And that is how you cast on needles. If you want to use circular needles, you do the exact same thing. So just put your slip knot on, cast on as many as you need, and then you'll end up connecting, and we can show that in another video. Stay tuned for the next videos on knit and purl. Have a great day and happy knitting!